Okay, so it's 2 p.m. at my time. So thanks everyone for coming. If you missed the earlier session, well, it's a good time for you to join us again by Professor Sungwon from Roosevelt University and Professor Fang Yang from Georgia State University. They talked about actuarial science earlier, and they're going to continue talking about navigating actuarial science career paths and programs. Thank you.
Okay, so thanks everyone joining the session today. So I'm go ahead to start here. So Sue and I are going to present information about actual science and also the program at his school, Roosevelt University, and my school, Georgia State. So first of all, I have heard a lot of inquiries about what's actual science from students, also from the parents. So actual science actually is I mean, old days, like 20, 30 years ago, I think it's kind of branch of the mathematics, but it's kind of, I guess right now some school even have a math. I mean, for example, my school have a math actual science majors. Also some school has actual science maybe department. So basically it's an interdisciplinary applied mathematical and statistical method to assess the risk. So you put a price tag, on this risk there. Say, okay, this is how much the risk gonna be. So most likely the insurance, retirement, like a pension, financial institutions, investment, and other industries profession. I mean, for example, banking right now actually studying have actually working at banking before. I don't think banking have a lot of actuaries. Most likely traditional insurance company. So actually, this is some code I getting from SOA. So actually, it's a professional, expert on analyzing risk. Actually, use math skills, business knowledge, because most likely you're working with business people. So you have to be able to present whatever your data. You don't not only just know how to crunch data, but you have to explain to the layman, to business people say why reserve had to be such amount dollar, where the judgment and reasoning come from you. So it's kind of logic you had to apply to business world to manage the complex risk facing business and the society to make sure business stay solvency. Actuaries are key player actually on the company's management team. Besides CEO, CFO, CIO going to be another one. Also they are well paid. If you're looking at the BLS, Bureau of Labor Statistics, demand for the actuary going to be 22% in the next decades, and the median pay is well 6 figures. So insurance company most likely is traditional way people working on consulting firms, like to also commonly work for healthcare, health actuaries, pension actuaries, pricing actuaries. That's most likely a traditional actuary. So sometimes I think government, for example, a veteran, department, they also have a lot of actuary working on the retirement pension for veterans. The banking is I think it's newly starting to have a banking hiring actuaries. One of my students actually got a position just a few years ago. She said she was the first one in the bank. She was actuary. So being actually is a great career. So I kind of, put this down here. This all from a website SOA. So it's actually ranked number 3rd best business job, and it's 8th best STEM job, and it's 9th overall in the 100 best jobs there. It's the 25th as a best top paying job. It's constantly rating top career by US News World Report, and high demand, which I mentioned earlier. So BLS actually rated so pay about 22% next decades. The median salary is 120K. I think it's pretty good, even from these days. Okay, so career paths in actual science, traditional way is insurance, can be life, health, property, casualty. So they have SAS to different organizations, international organizations, risk management, financial consultants. Emerging field, I think we had a previous first talk about predictive analytics. That's emerging fields there. Also climate risk, environmental risk assessment, data science application insurance. That will be emerging fields. So I guess I'm let you Sungwon take it from here.
Okay. So the as I told you before, the predictive analytics is transforming the entire actuarial science industry because the data that they are collecting is greater than ever, and it is very important to I guess calibrate or simplify this huge data into the some data that can be used for the actual modeling. So it improved the risk analysis assessment models, and some of the analytic field is the pricing optimization and the fraud detection. The key tools that they use in the predictive analytic is usually the machine learning, and also statistical modeling technique. These are somewhat a little bit old. Now people are beginning to use this machine learning and AI stuff. Example of predictive analytic is the auto insurance pricing. Now the insurance is collecting the auto data every second. They are not only collecting how many tickets people got, how many accidents they got, they collecting the daily behavior or hourly behavior of the drivers. So there are huge data. And also the healthcare risk prediction models is also important because now the hospitals and other healthcare companies, they have this image processing on the cancers or any other like brains, MRIs, and the insurance company, they also use those image data and want to use the predictive analytic to analyze that. Okay, thank you. There are two different credential bodies or organizations. One is the Society of Actuaries. And also another one is a Casualty Actuarial Societies. They have a similar studies, but their expertise are professionals are different. The Society of Actuaries are the actuaries who are in the life insurance, healthcare insurance, or pensions, something that related to the people's life. And the Casualty Actuary Society, they are the professional for the property and casualty insurance, such as auto insurance, the house insurance, property insurance, things like that. And actually the property and casualty insurance is having a big transition right now because of this environment, the climate changes, and also the technology changes, such as self-drivings, things like that. So they are working a lot to make this a big transition. And these two organizations provide the exams, and also the specialization tracks, which I'm gonna talk about next slide. So, Society of Actuary, they are the actuaries for the life insurance and other healthcare insurance. So there are two designations. One is the ASA, Associate of the Society of Actuaries. Um, um, you get this designation if you pass all the primary multiple choice exams and some written exams, and also take this VEE courses. VEE courses are the statistics and accountings and the finance, economics, things that are not related, not the core math. And once you get this ASA designation, then they are now going into a special track, corporate finance, or the annuities, life insurance, pensions, health insurance, things like that. And once they pass all these or complete these tracks, then they get the FSA, which is a Fellowship of Society of Actuaries. Next, please. And this is the ASA pathways, and anyone can take this exam. There's no requirement to take these exams as long as you have studied this then you can apply for it and take the exam. So usually in the undergraduate students, they do the foundation, the first three levels, the foundation and actuarial 1 and actuarial 2. Usually, like, if they are good, then they pass 3 or 4 exams. On average, they pass 1 or 2 exams. Okay, next, please. And this is the data science for the actuaries. So these are 3 exams plus the e-learning that the SOA recently developed and put that into the exam process. Next, please. CAS, they have a very similar procedure. Again, the CAS is the actuaries who are working in the property and casualties. They also have a ACAS, that's the Associate of Casualty Actuarial Society. They will get it once they pass all the preliminary exams and take the courses and online courses. And then there's 3 extra exams. This is more toward to the special track on the property and casualty. Once they pass all these 3 exams, then they earn the FCAS designation, the fellowship designation. If you can see it at the right bottom, there's a good resource that's called the CAS Student Central website. It provides all the benefits for students and the career resources who wants to work in the property and casualty insurance. And also there is some scholarships available in that site. Next, please. And these are the exams for the CAS, ACAS, and again, just like the SOA, students usually pass 1 or 2 exam on average in this CAS, and some people pass more than that. And actually, the preliminary exam is very similar in CAS and the SOA. So if you study one, then you can also take the similar exam in the CAS one too, the other one. Okay, next please. Here is my school's actuarial science program. So we are the small private college located in the Chicago, and we are in the advanced curriculum designation. This is one below the highest designation level. We earned this by maintaining course coverage for at least 4 SOA preliminary exams. And we have this 4+1 accelerated track program. We established this. We opened this because the insurance companies are looking not only the people who are good at actuarial science, but also good at computer science or programming or things like that. So we give extra 1 more year for students to study the computer science and earn the master's degree so that they can get more advantage. And also, because my school is in the Chicago area, the most of alumni works in Chicago, and they're really near to our school. So it was we were able to do the one-to-one mentorship, and this is a very good actually program because a lot of the students actually got a job through this mentorship. And also we have actual mathematics and actuarial science clubs, and most alumni works in the Chicago, such as Blue Cross, Blue Shield, CNA, Humana, Aon, Milliman, and a lot of other companies in Chicago. Okay, so Fang.
Okay,
Oh,
sure. Yeah, I'm going to take it from here. So I would like to introduce our school program. So GSU Actual Science program is one of the I think maybe of 30 or 40, top CIE center by the SOI since 2009. And we are also rated as a gold level by CAS. So it's number 3 for research productivity in actual science among North American business schools. So our actual science programs are located in business schools is instead of math, instead of arts or science. I don't think many, maybe Temple is one of them in the business school, Penn State, but not many actual science program located in business school. So we permit to exempt students from taking a corresponding exam, which called UEC. That means if students doing well during the course, they can get credits for the exam credit. For example, exam P, probability exam FM, just exam FM, not P. Also exam FAM is a fundamental actuarial mathematics. So have to be 85%, if you get that grade during the class, you can get a UEC credit. So you only pay after you pass. So students who graduate from program working for a lot of companies because the GSU located in the Atlanta area. So we do have a lot of industry partners. We have a lot of recruiting and information sessions during the semester. So there's a lot of companies recruiting our students. So most students working on a big company, as you can see, Deloitte, and Blue Cross Blue Shield and Cigna, WTW and New York Life. So New York Life have a lot of partnership with us. There's even sponsor a lot of scholarship for us. State Farm has had a quarter at Atlanta, so they provide us a big many other, as donations, as a scholarship. So our students really have a lot of resource from these industry partners. So these are our key courses for the actual science pre-major. So most students admit to GSU, being in school, they're not going to start the actual science course until at least maybe sophomore year, but normally starting junior year, taking actual science. So before that, they're going to take a 2 years prerequisite course. They're studying, some students, they already get a credit in the calculus, they can skip a calculus, go to calculus 2 or multivariate calculus, but some students start with the pre-calculus. So we do have a econ and accounting course. So this course, accounting as a VEE, which Sungwon talked about before, is the validation of educational experience from SOI. So we cover all the VE course there. So for this CIS course is one of computing programming course. Also, we have some kind of other general education course students had to complete. So then after this, getting through all the first year, second year, some students do have credits, brought from IP exams. They can start in, this high level course in the sophomore year, but most start in junior year. They can start to take our actual science courses there. So one of the VE is math stats. So we have, they're going to take a math 747, 52 is one of mathematical statistics VE course. Our actual science course cover FM, cover P, cover FAM, cover L10, S10, SIM, basically cover all the preliminary exams. We have UEC credits for FM, for FAM, for L10, for SIM. So students, but as I said, UEC credit doesn't mean it's easy to get it, so uh, it's still high bar. So we have students did not get credit in the course, but they take exams later on after preparations, a month or 2 months later, they can still pass SOI exams. So we also offer this lab, like a FM lab and P lab. It's not like a traditional lab. You go have like a, hands-on. So it's kind of problem-solving session. So we have students enroll the lab. We provide them some kind of resource, let's say study manuals, also digital subscriptions from our industry sponsorship. So students can have a bundle or free subscription of these study materials. They can prepare for exams. We also have a corporate finance, cover VE for corporate finance. So IMI 4680, 4690. So we cover regression modeling, also predictive risk modeling. We teach them R, programming, and prepare them for SIM exam. So it's kind of like, after they pass SIM, they can take a PA exam. So it's 2 courses cover 2 exams. They also can have opportunity to take some industry insurance elective, which is risk management insurance elective, some like insurtech, like public casualty. So it still have a lot of room to play because we are also have a IMI major, same as in the same department as IS major, so student can take IMR course, also take IS course, so student get a full flavor of risk management, in general. So I guess it's kind of very rich as we can offer. So the benefit of enroll at GSU is we reimburse students exam fee if they pass exams. So if they get a credits during UEC, they don't have to pay until they pass, until they get UEC credits. We also provide them, we have free study groups. We have graduate students, we have MS, Master of Actual Science students provide free study groups. We also have a scholarship for students in sophomore and junior year. We have a lot of scholarships ranging from 2,000 to 20K, depending on students' financial need. Most students, as I said, every year as students who applies actually receive one. We have a career fair February. We also have career fair September. One is in person, one is virtual. We have a lot of employers, some ranging from 30 to 60, employers register, come to recruiting. Actually, last January, last week, and the next few weeks going to be very busy for us to have a lot of recruiting events during the campus. We also take students to go to this, we call it GIS, is one of the IMIS national club meeting, actually, so students can explore networking with industry people, which I'm going to talk about a little bit about GIS. So GIS is a national club. So we have a Zeta chapter at GSU. So all S and IMI pre-major majors, they are all actually we have about 200 members, I think, on the GIS Zeta chapter GSU. So it's international risk management insurance, fraternity. So purpose of organization to promote, encourage students networking, and we have a lot of speakers, at least two per week. Sometimes we even have 3 speakers per week come to give a talk. I guess we are lucky because Atlanta area we have a lot of big companies, and so we still have some virtual talk, but majority we have all in-person talks. Then plus some can mix virtual talks there. So I guess that's all I have and Sungwon prepared today. And so this is our contact information. So I'm a program director for the actual science at GSU. So if you have any questions, feel free to email me. I'd be happy to guide you through with a career path. Doesn't mean you have to, go to GSU. Anything I knew, I'll be happy to help you. Sungwon, I think he is the same. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.